we see some really smart performances from the actors that play Tina, Shulo, and Kuki. Can you talk about what it was like working with those young actors, both from the perspective of Clarisse being on screen with them and then Yvonne having to direct their performances? So you guys can take turns.
I will
No,
have,
you
yeah.
start.
Okay, I will start. Um, when you get, when you're in front of the project, when you're in front of the story you want to tell, and you are in full commitment that you can do it and that you know how to do it, uh, you go for it, right? But it was really special to work with these kids because it was a challenge. Uh, we wanted to work with kids that come from a real background, like that they were from around there, so they know their reality, and they have within uh, all of the things that people that live there experiment, right? The again, the sounds, the music blasting, the police running, the gunshots in the back, and fighting and then violence, and really, really a hardcore place. So we wanted to work with those kids because we wanted to bring, we want our actors to have this reality within them. Uh, but that was, of course, a challenge. You can see when we were on the casting process, we could see that they had a potential, right? That we can take it out, and that we can work with them. But once we were rehearsing and we were on set, it was really uh, a big challenge, really big, that we had to that we had to.
Yeah, it was harder than we thought.
Yeah, it was harder
Much,
than we come.
way more
Yeah,
harder. Yeah.
and we have to overcome that. We cannot even think about going different way. The only way was to get
Just
this
do it.
performance out and make them comfortable, and let them understand what we're doing, and don't be uh, overwhelmed by cameras, crew, and people, and the change of mood that it needs to happen once you call action.
It was really tough technically just to keep the focus, to keep them focused and entertained, because you also want them to. It was very important for us that it would be a beautiful experience for them.
Yeah.
So it was really like finding the middle, like, okay, it has to be fun, but
We need to do it.
we need to do it.
Yeah.
It's still work, and it's an opportunity maybe for you to discover that this is what you want to do later, or whatever. But it was really tough technically on this, because it's long day and very kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that every day. Like, of course, you get some really good days, but of course,
Hmm.
you also get some really, like, wow, today is really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
With Cookie or with Tina, with
And you don't even know which
yeah,
day is gonna be. Sometimes a day you think, this one is gonna be super cheap, and it's not. And the other who follow, oof, it's gonna be complicated, and finally it just flows.
Mhm.
yeah. So it was a challenge that we actually enjoy. We actually learn about it, and we actually give them tools as well that they can grow and develop in the future. So we were really happy with the results
Hmm.
anyways. Like
Mhm.
and as I mentioned, it was not every day, but of course those experiences are very important for us to remark that
Yeah.
yeah, it's not easy to work with non-actor kids.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, it's hard enough working with kids who are actors because they still have that, well, I just want to have fun today type of
Hmm.
Yeah.
attitude. But then kids who are not even actors, you guys did a great job. I do want to ask though, how long did production last? Like, especially the production with them
Yeah,
specifically.
we shot for 4 weeks.
Okay, only 4 weeks.
4 weeks with them in the barrio, because
Okay.
also we shot in France and we shot in Senegal, right? So we
Mhm.
added another 1 week in France and 1 week
In Senegal.
in Senegal.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess if for 4 weeks they did pretty good. I thought you were gonna say longer, to be completely honest.
Oh no,
No, no, finally it's true.
and
They delivered. Yeah,
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 and
yeah.
no,
They
That's
did it.
and of course it's still an industry. It's still a job you need to do within a certain
Certain.
time.
good.
Because very low budget. You need to stick to the plan. You need to have those takes. You need to have those scenes, uh, and try to put it together in the time frame that you have to shoot that.
Mhm.
So probably if we miss something, we were gonna shoot it again, or well, we had it all. We were
That's good.
comfortable at the end. And to be totally honest as well, the process of editing was very important, and we have some really great editors with us that
Mhm.
help
Mhm.
us make really good decisions and finding those moments of performance of them, of their looks, of the things they say and how they say it, etc., 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 that help a lot to to get the final cut.
Mhm.
Mhm. That's good. And I guess that really attests to your skills as a director because as much as you guys struggled, you got it done. So kudos
It's
to
not easy.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you. Oh,
No
I'll
problem.
take it. I won't say no. It's nothing. No, I will
No,
take
no,
it.
no.
Thank
Take
you.
it,
No.
please.
So I do want to talk a little bit about the difference in perspectives between Tina and Shulo. So the two older siblings have so much on their shoulders.
Hmm.
Would it be safe to say that Tina sees an opportunity with Emma coming into their lives while Shulo is more like, I'm going to just stick to what I know?
100%.
Totally.
Totally. You got
Mhm.
it. That's what it is, and it's the reality. Sometimes kids, at the age of Tina, like 12, 13, they already have a lot of responsibilities in the
Mhm.
house, just like Tina. We didn't
Mhm.
we, we didn't make this up, and and to try to escape from the reality is also there too. They learn it from even their parents. It's not a secret. They don't. If somebody come from the United States or Europe,
Mhm.
or more developed country, just a foreigner, probably the kid will listen one day. If the parents are really struggling, you will hear them saying, "Can you take it with you?"
Mhm.
This is something that
That happens all around the world,
happens.
actually.
So
Yeah, yeah.
so totally, Tina had this responsibility. She was running the house. She was taking care of uh, her little brother, and of course, she saw an opportunity of taking away, saving Cookie.
Mhm.
That's what
Mhm.
we were always saying.
Mhm.
She's saving Cookie, of course, making a big decision and
Crazy decision.
playing it. So that's what it is. She just like, we need to
Yeah,
take this kid out of here. We don't want him to become chulo, which is
or
already,
worse. Or
yeah,
worse.
or worse than chulo, because uh, that's what he's seen, and that's why he's going to think it is, because this is what we are surrounded from. So
Yeah.
he need to see something different. He needs to have some opportunities. I think this is an opportunity to leave this neighborhood.
Mhm. So I like that you brought up the opportunity being mainly for Cookie, because Cookie and Emma become the fastest of friends. They were almost immediately in love and infatuated with each other. Something that they both needed. So
Yeah,
her reluctance to include him in her escape sort of felt like her holding on to the old version of her life, although it is a huge decision to make. Can we talk a
yeah,
little bit about that as well?
it is.
Well, as I said, she goes with the flow. But the flow was messy this time. Like it was not clear because it's true that you don't know, you really don't know how it's gonna end, and you don't know how she's gonna really get out of this situation. Because even if you leave the country, uh, you will still have to fix some challenge back home, and to solve
Mhm.
some issues. But I think what it's interesting is that it's more, can I really make that commitment? And also, the way we saw it is more that this commitment is what is gonna save her as well, because of this responsibility, she will find a way to get through it in the best shape possible. So it was not really holding on to our old self or old lifestyle, but more now somebody has gonna be involved. And it's actually what also happens with Modo. It's like the some sort of lack of enthusiasm or of a, well, that means that you're not going to be able to live your life just for yourself
Hmm.
and just
Mhm.
freestyling the way you used to do it. You have to settle down.
Mhm. It's definitely a huge, huge responsibility. So we can understand her feelings of reluctance for real. We feel it.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely changed her life from that point.
Mhm. So without ruining it, we
Mhm.
have a beautiful back to the motherland moment at the end, and it feels extremely liberating. Can you talk about the decision to make Africa the version of freedom that she chose?
Oh,
Well, to be being honest again, the script didn't ended up in like when we were
developing.
developing the script. It was me. I came back and I say, of course, you know, she takes him back to France,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really what we thought at the beginning. I thought at the beginning, but Clarice right away told me he has to go all the way back. And I was like, I walk a little bit, walk a little bit more, walk more, and it was the best decision we made.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It gave all this meaning to
yeah,
the film,
sometimes
to
you
the
really,
story.
sometimes you really have to be able to shift. You have to be able to have to be open to see other things and take it further. And that's I think that's what we did with this, and of course all of the meanings that it has. It was like, what were you thinking, Ivan? Of course that's the way it has to be. So so it was there, and then we when we screened it a couple of times to a couple of friends, we really knew that
Mm-hmm.
we have to stick to that, because we even have some comments about, you don't need Africa, you can cut, you know, you can finish the film before. And I was like, wow, that's exactly why we have to put it, because we need
Mm-hmm.
to see it. We need to
Hmm.
end it there. People don't see it. People don't care. They want to take it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Here.
yeah, well, here
Yeah,
the
yeah,
people I was
yeah, yeah.
showing it,
Here.
and also and also uh, comments as what I see there is not really the Africa that I know.
It
I was
doesn't. No,
like,
no, it's not.
you don't know
It
Africa.
doesn't look
That's what it is.
Africa like. Oh my God! But you've never been to Africa. You have no interest in Africa, so you just don't know what's Africa.
So
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah.
we were like, we are keeping the scene. We are
Because we
ending
need,
there.
yes.
We need to have that because people need it.
No,
We
and
all need it.
this is what we this is. It's weird because finally that's this ending that gave all its sense to the movie, and that explains the title of the movie, and some reaction shows us that yes, it's necessary because we some too many people are still in a very old uh, vision and perspective about Africa. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember when those first comments came out, Ivan was like, I don't understand why they say that. And he told me, and you didn't even say that much. And I said, yeah, welcome to to my life. I've been living that for years. People that don't know nothing about Africa telling me what's Africa when my mother is African, I'm African, my father is French,
You
but
grew up in
he
Africa,
worked in Africa all his life. I grew up in Africa,
different countries.
yeah, in different countries. I have friends from Africa in different countries, but yeah, I guess you, because of some old documentary you saw when you were a child, maybe
Mm-hmm.
you know better. So it's like, no, you don't know. The thing is that it's important for people to know that they don't know, and to at least acknowledge that they don't know, and that yes, this is not what you are used to see or what you think it is, but it is. And as Ivan said, I don't know why you say it's not Africa, because the only thing we did there is just grab a camera. We didn't change anything.
Anything.
Like that's the way it is. Like from
Yeah,
that's Africa.
yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
we got a comment that says, I don't see Africa there. It's like, man,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we have to put it, because actually
Mm-hmm.
Just grab the
we just put
camera.
the camera on a stick and shot. We did nothing. So that's Africa. So
And
you need to
it's it kind of connects back to how you talk about the fact that people in the Dominican who are of African descent need to know these things, because you're right, we see certain images on TV of Africa that give us sort of a monolith type of view of what Africa is. But first of all, Africa is a huge continent
Mhm.
Yeah.
with so many countries. It's impossible for people to really think that there's only one Africa. It's ignorance at
Mhm.
best.
Yeah.
So I like that you guys fought those narratives and kept it in, because especially now, I feel with the shifts in culture, people are really seeing how much wealth there is in Africa, how
Yeah.
much good things there are in Africa. It's not just the people who are starving who might not be as affluent. Although, yes, that still does
Mhm.
exist.
Hmm.
But it's good that you guys really fought that, kept it in, because there's not one definition of what it means to be African
Yeah.
or what it looks like in Africa.
Exactly.
So that was definitely a very, very, very good thing to
And
keep
of
in
course,
the
not being not being a spoiler, but also remember where it ends specifically
film.
in in uh, in that country of Africa. It's a very
Very symbolic. Yeah.
meaningful,
Mhm.
symbolic place. It
Hmm.
is the end of our film is the start of a journey.
It's very true. That is very true.
Yeah, we went to where, symbolically and probably uh, in reality as well, that was the start of uh,
Of the slave
of the
trade.
population and
Mhm.
the slave trade and the transatlantic and all the meanings.
Hmm.
So if we go to the symbolic and the meaningful, we really end up in a very special place for the film, for us, for humanity, and that we also think was a really good decision to go there.
Yeah, and it's about time really to acknowledge that, because even we had something very beautiful happen when we went there. Um, the director of photography, once we arrived in Goree, somebody from Goree, a man asked him like, "Where are you from?" And he said, "I'm from the Dominican Republic." And the guy instantly told him, "Welcome back."
Hmm.
And we managed not to cry. We
I can
managed
only
not to cry,
imagine.
but I will never forget the look in Sebastian's eyes. Like he looked at me like, "Man,
Hmm.
Clarice, oh." And he was very moving, and he was very moving because I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, there is some work to do in the Dominican, because here in Senegal, they know.
Hmm.
They welcome you back because they know you left from here.
Hmm.
Okay, so first film is making its rounds in the festivals. It's gonna be making its rounds of distribution.
Yeah,
But what is next for you both?
We have several uh,
ideas
open already,
blooming. Yeah, yeah,
writing
Okay.
on
yeah,
them at the same time, and we just need to narrow it down and forget
exactly.
about two of them and keep working on one of those. So
Okay.
we're working, we are writing, uh, and we hope we in the next year we can bring this film to reality as well.
Okay.
It's
I'm
gonna be a
really
matter of
excited.
2022,
Okay.
hopefully.
I'm definitely excited to see what more inspiration your beautiful island and your heritage brings to the screen, because as you said, with your first real film, you definitely got a lot out, and I'm really excited to see the next level that you, both of you guys, take this to.
Yeah, we'll be probably working on social dramas. We'll probably be talking about minorities, people that don't have a voice, uh, things that we see, things that we know, life changing experience, probably there, and having our own cinematic language and portraying that. So let's see, let's hope.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Thank
find the
you,
story
Clarice
that
and
we can tell.
Ivan. Thank you so much, Clarice and Ivan, for
You're welcome.
chatting with me today and sharing this very specific perspective to this amazing film. And I really hope that I do get to chat with both of you again, because I like to know what's going on and I like to have the inside scoop. So
Yeah,
when
we can.
y'all are in development, you let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we are. You're welcome to reach out anytime, and
Thank you.
we'll be glad to share our process.
I cannot wait. Thank you so, so, so much. And thank you to our viewers for watching Julie Mango TV. Subscribe for more conversations with Caribbean filmmakers. I'm Robin Bourne, and I will see you guys next time.